The Bryant Forest and all other New England forests are secondary growth. This means that they start with pre-existing soil. The Bryant Forest is a temperate deciduous forest, which means it has rich soil. Organic material decomposes and nutrients go into the soil, such as nitrogen and phosphorus. A system is a set of components interconnected to form a unique relationship. All parts of a system interact, changing other parts of a system. They exchange matter and energy and share relationships with one another. The boundaries of a system include the inputs and outputs of a system. Systems are made up of biotic, which are organic components, and abiotic, which are inorganic components. It is difficult to walk into any Rhode Island forest without encountering a stone wall. These walls are relics of the state's agricultural past. For centuries, farmers used the stones unearthed while plowing their fields to build walls to keep animals out. Under the open pasture system that existed, it was the responsibility of the farmers to protect his or her crops from both wild and domestic animals. Today, these abandoned fences are open in the disrepair, but their abundance is a testament to the ability of a forest to reclaim abandoned farmland. One of the main components to the Bryant system is the stream. The stream connects to the pond, which is a main component of the Bryant system, as it holds high levels of nutrients.
Looking into the specifics about the Bryant Pond, the temperature was 7.6 degrees Celsius. We also found out by using pH testing sticks that the pH level was 8.2. Nitrate was 0 and phosphate was 10. The stream had a temperature of 7.1 degrees Celsius. Nitrate was also at 0 and phosphate was at 5, and the pH level was a 7.9. As we can see here, the pond slowly drains down stone steps into the stream. The stream was measured at 0.56 meters at the largest width. The stream flows consistently down the river with a steady stream of water.
As we discussed before, every system has boundaries. One of the boundaries to the Bryant Forest is the tops of every tree. The Bryant Forest is unique in that it holds many different species of trees. It has maple, northern oak, cedar, and pine trees included within the system.
Another thing that we have to take into account here with our Bryant Forest is forest fragmentation. This is a growing concern because it has the potential to change the water cycles, reduce critical wildlife habitat, increase disturbances, and foster the invasion of exotic
Pollution
plant
is a
species.
major factor impacting our environment. When these materials break down, they go right into our soil and our water. When these materials break down, contamination from lead, mercury, and cadmium can cause many different diseases. The carbon cycle then begins from plant respiration and deforestation. When this happens, atmospheric CO2 is brought up into the atmosphere and then brought down through photosynthesis into storage in land plants. It then enters soil via organic matter, which is then turned into fossil carbon, then turned into oil and gas, which then gets burned from fossil fuels, releasing that carbon right back into the atmosphere.
The nitrogen cycle starts with nitrogen gas in the air. From there, nitrogen fixation, death and decay, and animal waste release nitrogen into the soil. When the nitrogen is in the soil, denitrification by bacteria releases it back as nitrogen gas into the atmosphere.
The phosphorus cycle starts with animals eating plants and plants absorbing phosphorus from that soil. Decomposers break down plant and animal matter into the soil, leaching into water bodies from the soil. This now causes geological uplift, pushing new rock to the surface. When this occurs, wind and rain erode the phosphate-rich rocks. Rivers then carry the gravel and silt to water bodies, and also runoff from phosphorus and farming begins the process all again.
During the water cycle, water from the ground evaporates and also evapotranspiration occur, where the water gets turned into a gas and then condensates up into the air. From there, The condensation turns into precipitation, and then the water turns back into the ground, where it then gets turned into runoff water. Every system is made up of very many unique and complex components. This is what makes every system unique to itself, which is why the Bryant Forest is such an extraordinary piece of land.